Hi everyone. Today I am going to talk about what I think are some amazing books that will help you get in the right mindset in terms of making money online and just business in general and a lot of things in terms of your life, how to get in the right frame of mind. The first book is going to be called The 4-Hour Workweek by a person named Timothy Ferriss. This book is really great relating to how to arbitrage your life, basically. So the 4-hour work week is just a way to say, how can you spend less time working? How can you work smarter so you can do things you want to do? So, for example, he goes over how a certain person is able to limit their email and actually stay away from their boss for a couple of months, for example, working at home, and the boss doesn't even know that they're not working, and they're actually more productive that way. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to do the exact same thing in this strategy, but a lot of the ways that he thinks is really inspiring. Number one, he became a martial arts champion very quickly. He learned multiple languages in a crazy amount of time. He was able to live in a different country, Argentina, I believe, and he was making US dollars, living in a cheaper country like in Argentina, and then paying people in third world countries to do his work for him. So literally arbitraging his life. Very good book. I recommend it highly. The next book is Gene Simmons' Family Jewels. This book is all about no-holds-barred capitalism, how to make money. He doesn't make any kind of excuses for it. So if you just want to say, look, get out of my way, I want to make some money, definitely read this book. I really recommend it. Another one is How to Make Millions with Your Ideas by Dan Kennedy. Dan Kennedy is probably the foremost marketer in the world. There's probably no one better. If anyone's going to name the top 5 marketers out there, if someone doesn't have Dan Kennedy in their list, then they really don't understand anything about marketing. If you don't know who Dan Kennedy is, you need to learn about him. Very, very big in terms of marketing. All the big marketers know about him and have either read his books, or some of them actually are in his groups and learn from him. Another great book called The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Really great book to tell you how to do just that, how to market. It's all about marketing and sales. So you want to bring the money in. Everything else in terms of automation will come after that, but you need to read this book, 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. Amazing, amazing things that I've read a couple times. Another great book, if you want to learn how to think logically, it's a book called Seneca, who was a Stoic philosopher many, many years ago. Really, really inspirational book. Lastly is a book, I don't know if you can see it with my camera, but it's called The Holy Bible. Have you ever heard of it? Now, I'm not saying read the Bible to find God, believe it or not. And you might say, what? What do you mean by that? Well, I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you're Catholic, if you're Protestant, if you're Christian, if you're Muslim, whatever. You have your beliefs, I have mine. I'm not going to push them on you. I don't want you to push them on me. So you do what you want with that. But the Holy Bible, especially when you're in the Western world, has dictated so many people's minds and so many people's belief systems that by reading this book, that's why I read it, not necessarily to find God, but to understand how people think. And by reading this, it was truly amazing to see a lot of how the history of this world happened based on this book and the beliefs that people have and the faith that they have from it. So I would read it for your own reasons, but for me, it really helped me understand people on a whole different level. And there's so many people that claim they're Christian and following this book, and they don't even necessarily know what's in here. They've never read it themselves. So if someone hasn't read this book, you know, they need to read it if they're going to say that they're following what's in here. That's the biggest thing I have to say. All of these 6 books, I think, are required reading. If you're looking for something to read, I definitely would read any of them, and I recommend them highly. So I hope this is great information for you. Thank you.